Hey guys, it's iPrincessGaara, and today I'm reviewing chapter 621 of the Naruto manga. Now this manga was very battle oriented and it also had very little dialogue, but everything that was said in this chapter was very important to the storyline. So let's get into it nonetheless. So in this chapter we actually see a flashback. It was only flashback. Like it was a flashback inside a flashback inside a flashback. There were so many flashbacks. But anyway, this is a continuation from chapter 620 where we see Hashirama explain to Sasuke what happened between him and Madara. So we see them clashing, and we see Madara using the Kyuubi, and we see Hashirama using statues called gobis, which are pretty much statues that are used a lot in the Buddhist religion. So what we also see is Madara using Kyuubi in a way where he covered Kyuubi with the Sasuke, which is very, very intelligent, and we do have to remember how intelligent Madara is. So we see them clashing, and the battle keeps on going, and Hashirama is like, the ground is breaking, I need to move closer to see. And as Hashirama is moving away, Madara is like, no, you're not going anywhere. So we see that the Kyuubi starts making this giant tail beast chakra bomb, and he actually fuses it with the Sasuke's fire sword, and it goes towards Hashirama, but Hashirama uses this whole, it's like a big Kyoto. Like if you know what that is from seeing anything that has anything to do with Japanese, then it's pretty much just a big building, but it has like one of those gobi faces on it. And it pretty much changes the path of the chakra bomb, and it goes across the sea. Now Hashirama turns around, he's like, well, it actually went across this time. This is going to be important for the end of the chapter. So they keep on clashing, and Hashirama is like, why are you doing this? We built this village together, because if you don't remember, the Senjus and the Uchihas, I think this is after the first ninja war, they actually made Konoha, but it just happened that all the Senjus were Hokages. So he was like, your brother and your comrades, how could you insult them like this? And when Hashirama says brother, this immediately goes towards Izuna for Madara, and Madara's like, how dare you? Now we ask this question, why is he so defensive? Like, we know that Madara took Izuna's eyes, but did the village not do anything for Izuna, or did the village actually kill Izuna or put Izuna in a position to be killed? Because we see a very dark past, we see a very big theme, because we see Orochimaru, he's saying, like, he's not saying anything, but there's just this theme that's like Konoha is doing something evil and dangerous to a lot of the shinobis, and it also happened with Kobito's orphan mom, which we see back in like 580s. We actually see that they put her on a very important mission, and it ended up happening that Kabuto would kill his mother. His mother didn't remember him, and that's why he went off with Orochimaru, which is very, very important to the story. And I think in later chapters we'll actually see like why Konoha has such a dark past. But anyway, they keep on clashing, and Hashirama's like, I have no choice. So we see him use the same jutsu that Tsunade had used against Pain, I believe, and he pretty much summons the 1,000-hand jutsu, which is pretty much another Gobi statue with 1,000 hands. And Hashirama comes at Madara, and Madara comes at Hashirama, and clash. The Kyuubi and the 1,000-hand jutsu, they all clash together, and we see this white panel. Now you know what this means, right? The shinobis are reading each other's minds. So at the end of this chapter, we actually see a flashback of Madara and Hashirama when they were younger. Madara couldn't skip the stone across the river, but Hashirama could. And looking back on this, we actually see that when Hashirama turns around earlier in the chapter saying, well, he actually got across this time, it means that they are now on the same level, or at least it seems like it. I mean, you have to be somewhere on that level for you to be fighting the god shinobis and actually make him break a little bit of a sweat. So this is the whole chapter pretty much. I just reviewed it all. Now I'm going to talk about how I feel about it. So number one, we have to ask the question, did the village do something to Izuna? Did they destroy Izuna? Did something happen to Izuna? So also we have to ask, how will this affect Sasuke? Will Sasuke not do anything in the war, or will he continue with what he was doing? And this will lead to whether we're going to have the Naruto versus Sasuke fight. Now, that's where I think this is all going, because I believe that Hashirama saying that we are friends, I don't want to kill you, is saying that Naruto is going to be at Hashirama's place and Sasuke is going to be in Madara's place, and Izuna is in Itachi's place. And I feel like this is exactly where we're going with the chapters, and I feel like this is what, like, the fight is going to be inevitable, and I feel like this is where this chapter is leading to. So that's my review of chapter 621. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm trying to end it now because there's a dog barking outside, but I love you guys so much. Bye bye.